What's up, guys? Scrub King here. So the past couple weekends, I've been participating in some regionals and some locals. These packs are from the regional that I participated in, and I wanted to bring you guys what I've seen out there, what the meta is looking like, because kind of crazy. What tech options you should be aware of, or at least think about using in your side deck or your main deck. So before I open these packs later in the video, we got to talk about the new boys on the block, the promo cards. So these cards are pretty crazy. Everyone and their cousin was playing Nibiru and Dark Ruler No More. Didn't see many Dimension Shifter as predicted. It's not the craziest card currently. I can potentially see some actually pure Thunder Dragon players playing this. So what it does, if you have no cards in your graveyard, you discard it. And now all cards that would go to the graveyard are banished instead. So it disrupts your opponent's turn as well. But also it can pop off with your Thunder Dragons being banished and activating their effect. So that's a spicy way of Thunder Dragons using this card as an offensive and defensive card. So it's interesting, but I haven't seen much play of it. That's just one thought I was thinking of. Nibiru. Let's talk about this bad boy. This guy is changing the format like crazy. So Nibiru is almost like a Max C. Like, think about it that way. So when your opponent activates Max C, you're trying to not let him draw cards after you special summon a million times. So you kind of limit yourself expecting a Max C, right? Or making sure he doesn't draw cards. Same thing with Nibiru. So obviously in the main phase only, when your opponent has normal special summon 5 or more monsters, you can tribute all face-up monsters as a quick effect. So you could activate obviously in your opponent's turn. You could tribute all face-up monsters and then special summon this guy and then a irrelevant token that adds up the attacks of the monsters tributed. So this card is crazy for disruption. It's changing the meta right now. Personally, I haven't been Nibiru'd yet, thankfully. But I was also playing Altergeist in the most recent regional, which I got my ass kicked. So I it was an opportunity for that. But this card is crazy. There's a lot of ways to combat this card. Obviously, not special summoning or normal summoning more than 5 times or more than 4 times is one way. Or putting out those restricts. I'll show you some spicy text later on making sure you don't get this. So that's one. Dark Ruler No More is another crazy card that destroys combos. So negates the effects of all face of monster your opponent currently controls until the end phase of the turn. Also for us, the turn after this card resolves, your opponent takes no battle damage or no damage at all. And the big thing about this card is your opponent can't respond with it with monster effects. So what would happen was, I'm a pendulum player, so I'm guilty of this. I'll put up a 6 negate board, and the majority of my negates were monster effects. So now this card totally blocks that off. So the only way to combat this card, if you put in some text, I'll show you, or like a judgment or the Yangzing counter trap, or whatever it's called. This card is crazy though. It really is. It forces your opponent to play more traps or spell counters to try to avoid this. It's amazing. So yeah, these two in general are good. This one, I don't think it's currently the meta for it, but Thunder Dragons can utilize it as both offensive and defensive. Interesting to see. This card killed Salad. But these two cards are crazy. So if we're going to talk about anything that's crazy right now, it's these two. So then let's get to other cards. So obviously I mentioned earlier, Pure Thunders are still a thing. In case you didn't notice, Pure Thunders are still a thing. This deck is crazy. And now that, the thing that I personally didn't like about the Danger, Crusadia, Thunder, whatever, was that they played Stack of Light, so they didn't really play any back row disruption or anything like that. This Thunder deck, the Pure Thunder deck can. So it does play the Fusion, and it plays other spicy things, like you could put Summon Limit in there. You could put a lot of other things. So it's nice to have those options at least. And usually they'll end on like a Colossus and a Titan there, Titan popping off as quick effect with your monsters. One way you can combat the Thunder Dragon deck is just get out. Get out! This card is a card I've been trying to use lately. I haven't seen many Thunder Dragons, but this card literally destroys this. So usually they do end on both of these monsters. You activate Get Out, you target both of these two, and then shuffle it into the extra deck. Non-destructive, so it doesn't, their protection effect is totally irrelevant. So Get Out is another card that I personally would recommend in this meta. Take care of Orcus as well. This is terrible against Sky Striker because they never have more than one monster almost, especially from the extra deck. So you take it for what it is. Interesting side deck card at least. But Get Out is one of the newer ones that I'm trying to play around with. So far, it's been okay. I mean, it's come up, and it's also been a dead card in my hand. So it depends. It depends. One, of course, you can't talk about the meta without talking about, in my opinion, the best deck ever. Pendulums, baby. Servant is amazing. Yeah, it's just amazing. And if you build your deck correctly, even if they ash the Servant, you'll be good. If you have a Time Gazer on the field, they can't ogre it. Well, they could, but it'll be a deck card in their hand because it won't be destroyed. So if you play it correctly, you'll be amazing. And of course, Jackal King, you get more than one counter on this card, and you can negate Nibiru essentially. So that's why this card is so important. So they can activate Nibiru, but it'll be negated with Jackal King's effect on your turn. So that's why this card is crucial, especially this card Servant, such a nasty card. But of course, I gotta be fair. Love Pendulums, but the one way, at least the spicy card that I like playing against Pendulums, is Cyclone. This card is so good. I mean, I main deck this card. Like even in my Pendulums, I main deck this card. You guys saw the deck profile. This card is disgusting. I mean, I don't understand why people don't play it more. Right now, this is the perfect card in the meta. Takes care of multi-roll, takes care of the scales when they're going to pendulum summon, so that they can't pendulum summon. It's like, it hits so many different decks. It's so good. In my opinion, that I'm biased, so I love pendulums, but I do actually think Sky Striker is one of the best decks in the format right now. It's a control deck that has options for Nibiru. So Cyclone is a really good card for that, and also takes care of pendulums. So you got to even it out a little bit. Even though we have both of these two for combo, Super Poly is still an option, right? Super Poly is still that card that gives you opportunities, especially if you're playing Subterrors or True Draco. This card is disgusting, so you can't deny that. I almost went a lot of the video without talking about Orcus. Even though it's not an Orcus card, it's basically Orcus. Yeah, so Orcus is still a thing, of course. I'm expecting to see more Orcus players use the Corruptor, because obviously it's a one card Mermaid. But more importantly, when you normal summon Bad Boy, you link it away, do this. And when you special summon this to your opponent's field, they can no longer Nibiru you. Because to activate the effect of Nibiru, it's not a cost to tribute monsters face up. So the whole effect needs to resolve. And technically, you can't special summon this card because it's not a link monster. So Nibiru being on their field technically blocks this card at all. And then one other way to combat this boy is if just searching with Galatea, the counter trap. So this Orcus is well equipped to take care of both of these bad boys if they play like a minute engine with Corruptor. So that's one way of doing it. And I'm expecting more Orcus players to use this card. It's going to be interesting if they do or not. So we'll stay there. Of course, can't forget about the Salad Boys. My second favorite deck. I mean, I don't know. I switch every week, right? So I love Pendulums, but this is also my favorite deck. It's such a good deck. Right now, it's sleeping, and not a lot of people are talking about Salad. You see the participation in the deck go down as people go towards rogue options. The Salad's still a great deck, I mean, honestly. And then what I'm seeing now in Salad is a lot of people play the Dangers. So Jackalope and Chuchunoko, the level 3s to go into Stalio. I haven't personally tried it out myself, but one of my boys said that it's working pretty well, and I see a lot of builds with it. So I'm going to try it out, but that's just another option for Dangers in Salads. And of course, the Zeef made it popular again, Altergeist. This is what I used on the most recent regional, and I got destroyed. Never going to a regional without preparing for the deck. I was like, let me just at least just check what the meta is, just play around. I used Altergeist, and I didn't see a monster for like 7 turns. Could be my build, just, one of those days. The deck is great when it goes off. It's just incredibly inconsistent from what I'm seeing. So if they ash your Polar Indulgence, you're kind of screwed. Or Polar Extravagance, whatever the name is. You're kind of screwed. So the deck is crazy. And I mentioned earlier that Sky Striker is a thing still. So Secret Village. I see Secret Village being teched in, well, obviously in Altergeist, but also even in Pendulums, because this is a spellcaster. So they end with this guy still on the field, and you activate this, and this gets around no more. So both of these two cards, both of these two cards will take care of Nibiru and no more easily if you don't want to get a counter drop. So that's one other way of doing it. Secret Village is a card. It's still a card. Still a good ass card. I'm running out of things here to pick up on. So obviously, guard dragons are still a thing. You know, no matter what, any deck that plays it. So like the dinosaurs, guard dragon engine, pure dragon links. Any deck that plays the guard dragon is obviously still a thing. They just have to find a way around Nibiru, which is possible. Not a big deal. And the thing about Nibiru is it's extremely high risk. So if you don't draw it your opening play, it's almost like no material. If you don't draw it first opening hand, you're gonna be screwed because this card is absolutely terrible after turn 1 or 2. So it's almost like nothing. So yeah, it's kind of a high risk, very high reward if you pop it off. Very high reward. Can definitely win games easily, but I've sided it in and haven't seen it in my hand my first turn. And after that, it was kind of a dead card. So just another side note there. Of course, Cyber Dragons are still a deck. Cyber Dragon Orcus is extremely well decked. We got I've seen Pure Crusaders out there doing their thing. And that's mainly it. I mean, obviously, to go back against Pendulum, you could play Unnamed Nightmare, which is a crazy card against them. Just pop up all their scales. They can't do anything, literally. That's the deck. These are just a couple tech options that you guys can think of while you're going into this crazy meta that we have here. Obviously, True Draco is an amazing deck, and I'm going to have my girl Monica's deck profile up on the stream soon. I'm not an expert in that deck, so I can't even think about tech options for that. So I'm not even going to try there. Yeah, so just think about these tech options as you guys think about going into your locals or the next regional coming up, because you'll probably see it if you don't counter for it. All right, let's get into these packs. So what I'm looking for here is Apollo or Gizmek. I forgot to say Gizmek is still a card, so that card is amazing, especially the whole Grand Module stuff. It's going to be crazy. So let's see what we pulled here. Anything crazy. Oh, Dreamer. I hate this archetype. Dreamer. It has potential if it wasn't. It's just so linear and easy to out. That's the thing. So Dreamer of Terror. Hey, Fist of the Tenyi. All right. I love Tenyi too. Rogue of Endymion. Don't play this in Pendulum, guys. Don't play it. It's crazy. So I don't know if you guys heard, by the way. Let me just derail real quick. Yugioh Reigns is ending at the end of September. I just watched episode 117. So it's ending after, so 120 is the last episode. So it's ending like 3 weeks, 2 weeks. And it's super emotional. It's kind of crazy. Like, I love Reigns. It's one of my more favorite Yu-Gi-Oh series. I don't know if you guys watch the anime or not. But damn, it's been so good. And now it's going to end so quickly. It's going to be the shortest Yu-Gi-Oh series ever. And we're going to go like 6 months without having Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, this deck. Oh, I forgot these cards were in here. Some More to Darkness. This is another archetype that Konami just puts in so many fillers. Fortune Vision. But yeah, Reigns is going to be the shortest Yu-Gi-Oh series ever. And we're not expecting another Yu-Gi-Oh, like Yu-Gi-Oh 7 anime till like next year. So they're saying at least 6 months without Yu-Gi-Oh anime, which has never happened ever. Like, we've gone like 3 weeks without Yu-Gi-Oh anime, but it's like 6 months is gonna be crazy. Like, I don't know what's going on. I mean, obviously it gives them more time to work on the new Yu-Gi-Oh anime, but it's crazy. And also thinking about the card game itself in real life, that means a new format, new mechanic is coming up. Hypernova Burst. Hey, we got the Fire Tinny. That means, yeah, new Master Rule 5 will most likely come up next year, which is crazy. I feel like we got links like yesterday. We already are going to probably get a new Master Rule. So the game's going to change. Yeah, I just want to bring that up because I just finished watching an episode and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, man, cannot believe that this thing is coming to an end. It's so sad. It's been definitely one of my more favorite Yu-Gi-Oh anime series. I feel like it's incredibly relatable. A lot of the characters like Soul Burner, Yusaku, like Yusaku battles with like some type of mental illness, and Soul Burner has like his inner depression. It's a super relatable Yu-Gi-Oh series for once. Storm Dragon's Return. Nice. Another Submerge. Yeah. This is not looking... I always said it. Blackout Curtain's going to be nice. So it's still nice. That's another thing. I haven't seen many pure Mystic Mind burn decks. I think those are like... Yeah, they're gone for now. Hopefully they stay gone. Obviously, Mystic Mind is a thing still in Sky Striker. And I was thinking about testing it out in my Salad to see how it goes. Just to be that crazy guy. But we'll see. We'll check it out. Another Dream Mirror. We got the Water Tenny, which is my boy. I love Tennies, dude. Like, when the new support comes out in October, KS Impact, it's going to be so nice. You're going to see so many Tenny players. And the Marincess support, too. That's another thing. I forgot Marincess were in this. So I'll take an anime, the link to Marincess. I think I need one more. Senju. Another Dream Mirror of Terror. Great. Another water one. Fury of Fire. Yeah, so we have 4 packs left. So yeah, so this meta game's kind of crazy right now. There's a lot going on. Just want to give you guys some tech options to think about, especially going against Nibiru if you're playing combo. Or if you're playing control, main decking Nibiru. I see some Sky Strikers doing that as well. We'll see, Barricading Blocker. So this card is interesting as well. When I was testing out Sky Striker, this is one of the cards because it allows you to search for the continuous, the multi-roll, or the field spell from your graveyard. So it's another way of doing it. Only thing that sucks is that end phase when it searches. So whatever. White Howling. This card's so good. This card, yeah. I keep talking about Sky Striker a lot, but it's because I honestly think it's one of the best decks of the format. White Howling is disgusting if you're playing like a mirror match or something like that. We'll see. I still think Konami needs to hit Striker in October. They really do. We're expecting a new ban list in October. I hope to hit Engage and just kill that deck for once. Finally, it's been over a year dealing with that deck. Submerge. Hey, the Link 110, nice. Yeah, we have 2 packs left. I don't think we're going to pull much, to be honest with you. Yeah, I wanted to save these packs and put it on stream for you guys, just so you guys check it out and talk about the meta and see how it's going. Hey, Capshell, that boy. So whenever he's tributed, you could do a couple things and stuff like that. Pretty good. Rising Fire. This card's interesting. Baba Barber. Love that card. I think in the OCG it had like a different art on it. Let's change it into a barber here. All right, last pack of the video. Let's see if we pull anything interesting. And no, it's a Dreamer. Rip. This card's good though in Tenny, of course. All right, lads. You guys see the tech options. You guys see what's going on in the meta right now. Of course, Nibiru. Not really Dimension Shifter, kind of, but not really. It's still a deck. Just so sad that Reigns is actually leaving. But yeah, that's kind of it, guys. I'm gonna post a couple other videos. Still got a giveaway open, so check that out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.